Hi Capricorn, this is your June 2022 tarot reading for the collective. So let's tap into the overall energy of the month of June for you. What's the overall energy for the month of June? Okay. Hanged Man, Five of Swords, Nine of Wands. We got a ton of cards here for the overall energy, which is fine. All right, Hanged Man, Five of Swords. The words that I'm hearing are, if it's not a blessing, it's a lesson. So we are gaining a new perspective. This is an intentional pause. So in the month of June, you might feel the need to step away from somebody or a group of people, be more independent in some way. This guy is holding his key that goes to the lock here. He's locked himself in this position to gain a new perspective. I think that there's, what is that saying? Hindsight's always 20/20. You don't realize certain things until after the fact, you know, after it's already happened. If I'd known then what I know now. But it's like you're purposefully pausing so that you can gain a new perspective on a situation that might have had some drama linked to it, or feelings of uncomfortability, or maybe you might have been questioning your worthiness or deservingness, or your I'm hearing intelligence too, like your intelligence or your capabilities, where you were questioning them, like, am I capable of doing this? I don't know. And it feels like you very much got in your head, and as an earth energy, you knew, I need to take a moment. I need to take a moment here because something is not in alignment, something is not right. So it's like you're taking a moment to get yourself back in alignment. We also have the Nine of Wands, which feels like you might have felt a little bit defensive. You might have felt like, it feels like there might have been some confrontation in May, or maybe in the beginning of June, maybe sometime during June, there might be confrontation, where you're feeling a little bit defensive and on guard. It feels like it's just like the energy. Different things going on with the planets as well in the month of June is what I'm hearing. Might be really affecting you. The placements, especially taking a look at your birth chart, doing a little bit more dive into that, might have you having other realizations as to why you're feeling certain ways. You know, maybe it's not actual people. You know, these wands don't have people with them. It's just the wands there. So maybe it's not actual people, it's just the energy that you're sensing from the planets, from the people. It's like you're very, maybe very sensitive at this time too. But these are some beautiful energies coming in for overall for June for you, Capricorn. We have the World and the Page of Wands. And it's like when you choose to step away, step outside, go on your own either inner journey or physical journey. You might be choosing to go on a little adventure, maybe a little vacation, even if it's a day trip in the month of June. This can be really good for you, very good for your soul. Things start to feel like they're shifting and that it's the end of a cycle, like things are wrapping themselves up. If things had been a little bit difficult, it feels like there's a shift now to where it's like a little bit more blissful, a little bit more like I'm starting to feel like myself, or I'm starting to feel like I'm about to enter this new phase. I've got to get myself on this journey. So those are some more energies coming in for you for the month of June. Let's see what other messages Spirit has for you, Capricorn. Portal. Okay, that's a very cool energy. Very cool. Portal. And this is the number 1 card, which is the new beginnings, the initial stages of something. Infinite mind, awakening consciousness. And I do feel like the Hanged Man can be associated with another level of awakening. So for some of you, you might feel really in tune, connected to your needs, also connected to consciousness in general, your own, but also like the collective, because with the Nine of Wands, it feels, again, like I said, you feel very sensitive. And with the portal, it's almost like you're opening up, like through this pause, you're opening yourself up to like this whole new world, this whole new experience. I took my pause, I had some realizations, and now I am taking care of me. I am going on my own inner journey, or I am using a physical journey to help awaken myself, to have more downloads. These experiences are going to lead me to having more awakened, higher levels of consciousness almost. Life is about the journey, not the destination. And this is very much a card of a journey. And we have clairvoyance. So it does feel like you're going to be getting some intuitive hits. We have inspiration, interpretation, and trust. Number 35 in numerology condenses down to the number 8. And I do very much associate the number 8 with the divine consciousness, with just the divine in general. The number 8 I associate with the infinity symbol. So you might be getting a lot of intuitive hits, another level of awakening, which is beautiful energy for you. I'm so excited for you. Let's see what other messages we have. Capricorn. Yeah, you might be researching different geographical areas too, and their association with different spiritual things. Gosh, I mean, even vortexes in Arizona. Maybe it's Gobekli Tepe. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. Maybe it's the pyramids in Egypt. It just feels very much like this ancient wisdom is starting to enter into your life in different ways. So you might be exploring some ancient wisdom on your path. We have soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. Holy crap. You understand the connections between all things. It very much feels like on this journey that you're going on, you're just going to feel very, very connected, very sensitive. So definitely protecting your energy, your own energy is important, but allowing yourself to gain a knowledge and an understanding in being able to sense more connections around you. So I think that card goes perfectly with this reading so far. And then we have the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. And that phrase, miracles will occur naturally, is really standing out, especially if you're going to be going on a physical journey somewhere, even if it's going hiking in the woods or going for a walk. It feels like these miracles, these divine downloads, these levels of awakening are happening maybe when you're out and about or out in nature, visiting different physical locations. They happen naturally. So it feels like there's going to be signs from nature that are really opening you up to new levels of awakening, new levels of consciousness, new experiences, connections. What is your challenge in the month of June? What is the challenge for Capricorn? Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Karma, releasing yourself from karmic binds of the past. Maybe you are karmically connected to certain people, and I'm almost hearing like releasing them could be really, really hard for you, but at least stepping away from them and having more of a focus on yourself is going to be really important for your own soul's journey. So starting to release certain karmic bonds, especially if there are ancestral patterns that have happened through the generations, but maybe they haven't hit you yet. It's just like prep work, I'm hearing. So start saying, that's not my story. I am not living that. That is not my story. I do not accept that. So working on certain karmic bonds. That's what I'm hearing from the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, if you have to release certain people, I feel like you're holding on too tightly. You might be holding on too tightly to an idea of how certain things should be, and that might not be in line with what reality is. So loosen the grips, loosen the control. It feels like not everything, I'm hearing not everything is going according to plan, but it is all going according to the divine plan. So releasing some of that need to control is part of the challenge. You might need to make a decision. You might need to find yourself more in balance. You might be feeling out of balance in the month of June, a little bit wishy-washy in some ways. So getting the different areas of your life back in balance, it feels like there's a need to go back to the self, because it feels like it's been focused in too many other areas. You might have needed to care for other people, or put your attention and focus in other areas, whether that be career or friends, family, whatever, but it needs to come back to the self is what I'm hearing, to get yourself back into balance. So that could be a challenge, pulling yourself away from others to focus on the self. The Chariot. So some of you might be physically moving in the month of June. A move can feel very difficult because it's a change, especially if it's not one that you were anticipating or expecting, like you didn't feel like you were fully prepared for it. And I know Capricorns and Tauruses are kind of similar in that way. You like to accomplish things, you like to get things done. So the Chariot is very much about forward movement, even quick movement, but I'm also hearing like there might be a physical move that you're doing. So maybe you're changing locations for like a business or a career, your job. Maybe it's changing, maybe you're moving homes, or there might be movement of money too. You might be movement of money from accounts or something like that. There's movement happening, but also that can come with if you do go on vacation, you know, there is like maybe like a quick vacation, whether that be like a week or a day or something like that. So the challenge there is allowing yourself to go with the flow, to trust, have faith, because in this Chariot, he doesn't have any reins. There is nothing linking him to these that are pulling the Chariot forward. He knows that even if he doesn't have a hold of reins, it's still gonna go. He's still gonna get to his destination. So letting go of the grips, having faith that you're gonna get to where you need to be. And then the Sun card. I'm hearing that some of you in the month of June are going to have a hard time allowing yourselves to be happy. Allowing yourselves to be truly, truly happy. Because of what? Those karmic bonds, because of other people, because of this imbalance that you might be feeling, because of how sensitive you've been feeling, picking up on certain energies. So allowing yourself that time to go within, to take a pause, to focus on yourself. It very much feels like there's just one soul, little kid in that card, and it's like they're soaking up the sun. They are just happy living in that moment. So live in the moment in the month of June, Capricorn. As hard as that can be, fully embrace the beautiful sun that's coming. Allow the sun to give you energy. Being outside even, I feel, is going to be really important for your energy in the month of June. Some crystals that might be good for you to work with this month is clear quartz, which is an all-around great stone. I mean, this is found in clocks, electronics. It's found everywhere. But it's really good for filtering out energies and amplifying as well. So this could amplify the divine downloads that you're getting while helping filter out the energy from others, any negative energies that might be coming in that you might feel are interfering with the connections, the connection to the divine that you want at this time. And then we also have howlite. Howlite is a white stone. It has gray incorporations in there, and howlite is good. It's soothing. It's good for stress relief. It's good. There's other things that you can use it for. You know, definitely you can look it up, see what the lists are for clear quartz and howlite, and maybe one of the things that it lists in a book or online, or maybe you have these stones and you meditate with them and you feel how each one is making you feel, what you're experiencing when you're holding these. Out of anything, that is what I recommend. I don't think that going on Google and looking up what a stone is good for is necessarily the best way to find out how that stone is going to affect you. The best way to find out how a stone is going to affect you is by holding it, by meditating with it, by feeling its energy. How do you feel when you hold it? Maybe for one person it's relaxing, but another person it's triggering. And so maybe that's just not the stone for them at this time. So definitely use your intuition when it comes to things like that. So I'm going to see any last messages for Capricorn for the month of June. Any final messages? All right, we have 5 of Cups. Things aren't going according to your plan, but they're going according to your guide's plans, the plans that your higher self has. So it's like, don't cry over spilled milk. Things didn't go your way, and that's okay. We're moving on. We're gaining a new perspective. If it's not a blessing, it's a lesson. What's the lesson in this? What did I learn from this experience? So thank you so much for joining me today. That was a collective reading, but if you're looking for a personal reading, you can always schedule on www.crystallizewithkate.com or email me at katesmithkors@gmail.com. I hope you have a beautiful month of June, and I will be seeing you guys later.